Mossberg 590. I like it. It's good to get this out and get it hot too, man. You really want to feel.
Hello YouTube, Chrome Freak here. Ever since I did my first shotgun disassembly and reassembly, it's the Mossberg 590, I've had numerous requests to do a gun lubrication and cleaning video, a shotgun lubrication and cleaning video. Maybe it's something I don't know. Today's modern shotguns, you don't need a whole lot of lubrication. As far as cleaning goes, it's really kind of just like any other firearm. I completely disassemble mine. I don't do a field strip, just take off the barrel, clean it, wipe everything down and put it back together. I go ahead and take it. It literally takes seconds to take all this apart and then put it back together. Basically, I use brake free or any other type cleaner you like the trigger group here. I'll just blast it. I'll just blast it with the brake free, shake it off. If I'm in my garage where I usually do the gun cleaning, I'll blast it with some air. But out here where I film for you guys, I'm not going to do that. I'll just shake it off real good, wipe it down with a rag, get most of the excess that I can get off, kind of let it dry a little bit. Then I'll just take any kind of gun lube. I do like grease, however in my shotgun I don't use much grease. I prefer oil on a shotgun, and I'm looking for my little oiler. Here it is. This has got ballistol in it. It's a needle oiler. And I'll get in here and I'll just hit a few points where metal rubs metal on the trigger group, on the elevator and the cartridge stop and all that. I'll just wipe it down real good, clean it, and just put a thin film with my finger of oil and rub it down on there and just take a rag and wipe it off. I don't want nothing but a very slim film of oil, and I'll do that to every piece, including the bolt. I've also had a couple requests to take this bolt completely down, and if you guys want to see that, let me know. I'll do that. I'm not going to do it right this second. I just don't have the time. I got something else I got to do, but I will go ahead and I'm going to clean everything real quick. If you guys want to watch this in a video, it's, like I said, pretty quick. It's nothing special. I just blast it. Blast it. Blast it, blast it, blast it. Even a little pin. That's about it. That's it right there, seriously. Take a rag. This is kind of why I really didn't want to do this video, because there's really nothing to it. Just clean everything off. You can see it's pretty clean anyway, and we probably shot 35, 40 rounds through it, I'm guessing. Somewhere in that area. Maybe a little bit more. Not much. You can see there's hardly anything coming off. Some pretty clean loads. If you look down the barrel is filthy. I'm not sure you could even see it. Kind of silly to even try to show you that. There's a lot of plastic from the rounds in there, and all the garbage that goes with that. Just clean everything down real quick. I'm not going to spend a lot of time doing this. We'll sit here and talk as we're doing it real quick. Just wipe it all down. Pretty simple. And I'm not, I went ahead and disassembled the shotgun. I didn't want to do another disassembly and reassembly. I already have that out there. If you really need to see it, go back into my videos. It's in my list, and you'll find it. I got a disassembly and reassembly of it. I gotta say, I love the shotgun. I love shooting it. Now, a lot come off of the plate there. Quite a bit of gunk and buildup come off of that. And that's where you're gonna find most of the dirt, by the way. And on the bolt. A lot of guys only will do a field strip of their shotguns and really not do a, what you call a field strip. You take the barrel off, clean the barrel, and just kind of reach in there and wipe everything else down. Well, to me, it's just as quick to do this. To be honest with you, probably quicker. And the same thing in the receiver. I'll just take it. Oh, you can see that. I'll just blast it real fast. Not a whole lot. Don't take a whole lot. Roll it around in there. I'm using a towel here underneath me, an old dirty white towel, because things will get dirty and ruined, so it's not one I care about. Just clean everything out. Just wipe it out really quick. This is probably going to be a very boring video for most people, but this was requested by certain guys, so they'll probably enjoy it. I got a bunch of shooting videos, and some of them with the shotgun I was able to do when I went shooting the other day. I also went with my wife to the range, and I got a little bit, we thought we were recording, but somehow we lost most of the footage. I do have her shooting the revolver. She wanted to shoot the GP100. I haven't had that out in forever. She shot it. She likes it. I'll probably put that up. A couple other things. I got the Nagant still, man. That's haunting me. I need to get in there and do that. And by the way, this magazine tube, I simply take a rag. I don't do a lot. There's not, if you look down through there's not a lot of dirt or anything in there. It's pretty clean. I'll just take a rag or some of these small rags, stuff them down there and just poke them out the other side, and put a little thin film of oil, just a squirt on a little rag, and run it through there one time. Once again, I don't want oil all over the place. I don't want a lot. All oil does is attract more dirt and grime. I'm just going to simply spray the barrel like so, from the muzzle end toward the end. Just going to bring it out. Now, because it's a shotgun, I'm going to go ahead and pull it back through. Now, if this was a rifle barrel, I'd unhook that. I'd take this off and run it back through again. But not a big deal here. I'll spray a little bit more in there. See how it looks? Don't take a lot. You can see right here the garbage coming out the end of the barrel. The barrel takes most of the dirt in this shotgun. Take a look through there. Yeah, that barrel's pretty dirty. And what I'll do is I'll go ahead and I'll run some rags down through there until it comes out clean. Pretty basic stuff. Let me go ahead and get the barrel clean, and then I'll turn this back on. Hello, YouTube. Probably gonna have to edit some of this out. Let me turn this light on real quick. Real fast. See a little bit better. Okay, you're looking at all the major pieces of a shotgun right there. There's nothing, really nothing else up there. I went ahead and cleaned the barrel like you would any other gun, and also the magazine tube. And I've cleaned everything you're looking at here, from the bolt to the plate to the elevator, cartridge stock, cartridge interrupter, the trigger group. Everything's been cleaned. At this point here, I simply take the oiler and I get into the trigger group. I've already done it, but I'll get in there and all over the sear is. Anywhere metal touches metal, hold your finger on the hammer, release the hammer. I'll get in here behind the hammer. Anywhere, a couple little springs, but very little. This is ballistol, goes a long, long way. Use very, very little. Go ahead and cock that back, but don't let it go off and slam. And I've just taken oil on my fingers, and I've simply, very little, just like this, very little, and I've rubbed all the parts with it. Just a thin, thin, thin coating of oil on everything. At this point, I'm ready to put the shotgun back together. Take the barrel, sit it out of the way. I'm going to move the receiver forward so you can see a little bit better. Hopefully get everything out of the way. And I'm hoping you can see this a little bit better. Okay. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put the action on. It goes over the magazine tube. And you'll see it slide into the picture here shortly. Here we go. You're going to push down and in. I'm just going to bring the action in to where I can just see it into the receiver at this point. I'm going to take the bolt. Make sure you got the bolt positioned in the proper direction. The firing pin coming out the front will point toward the muzzle. And I slide that into the receiver. Right here in the receiver is your ejector. I'm going to slide the bolt. There's a channel on the side of the bolt that goes on. As you can see, the bolt is in there all wacky. That's because that ejector is pushing on it. What I'll do next is I'll leave that, because when I put the elevator in, which I've already cleaned also. The elevator is clean. The safety's in my way. Let me get the safety up out of my way. And I just wiped it down with the same thing you see me do here. Thin film of oil on everything, just on my fingers, and wipe it down. It's simply all I do. At this point, the elevator is in. Push down on it. When you push down on it, it straightens the bolt out, and you can actually push the bolt back and forth like you see me doing right here. I'll bring the bolt back to about that point right there. Then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take the action, I'm going to push it in. To do that, you're going to push down lightly on the arms and push them into the channel that they ride in. As you can see, I'm not sure, I hope you can see it going back. I'm going to stop at about right there, about the end of this rail on each side, about right there. Now the plate. This notch here fits into the bolt assembly right there, so it's going to go in this way. This is the top. These two grooves. Each part of the action slide is going to fit into that. Simply drop it in, get the action in, then I'll pull the bolt forward a little bit with my finger. Now it's all together. That's all one piece now. Now this is the kind, to me, the hardest part. I'm going to take the cartridge stop, put it in, and these just kind of rest in there. This, the cartridge interrupter right here has a little titty on it right there. You can't mess it up. It's going to go in this direction and fill that little hole in the receiver. Now here is the hardest part of this, is keeping them from not falling. You see how it just fell on me right there? I'm going to try to hold it with one hand at the same time, let you guys see this, but the whole main gist of this is I have a video already out there of this. I just wanted you guys to see. To get the trigger group back in, you simply cock that. Make sure the hammer is locked. It's cocked. It's ready to fire. I'm going to try to hold these with my fingers a little bit. Just get them in there without them falling is the whole trick. You're going to put the front end in, push down in the back, just like that. Everything should be fine. At this point, I'll take the pin. A little oil still on my fingers. I'm going to rub the pin. It just makes it easier to get out in the future. And I'll go ahead and I'll put that in. And use pin your trigger group in. When you do that, that holds everything in. Nothing can move now. And at this point, I'll go ahead and I'll put the spring back into the magazine. Actually, I didn't show you putting a little cup in. The follower. I'll put the follower in first. Let it go down in. Put the spring in. I'm hoping you're seeing this. And I'll leave it like that, because next going on is the barrel. Sorry I'm having to do this. This is a quick video because I opened up my emails. The shotgun was dirty. I had to clean it. People have been asking for this video forever. So I wanted to get it up. And you got to get the barrel into the receiver, kind of like so. At the same time, bring the ring fits over the magazine tube right here. Make sure the barrel is all the way in, and you'll notice that by the threads meeting the little stop right there. Sorry about my animals running around, these cats. Go ahead and cap the magazine tube, which holds the barrel and everything on. Once again, I just hand tighten this. I don't wrench it down, because if you wrench it down, you're going to have problems taking it apart in the future. There's no need to. Just hand tight just like that. Then I'll check everything. Fire, safe direction. Rack it again, safe direction. Rack it, put the safety on. Will not fire, will not rack. Hit the release, it will release. With the slide release right there button, which is located behind the trigger guard. Lock it, still won't fire in safety. Off safety, safe direction, fire. Okay, at this point here, I'll just take ballast off. And I know I don't like a lot of oil on the internal parts. I don't. I think it causes more havoc than anything. These modern shotguns don't need a lot of oil. What I'll do is I'll take a bunch of little drops. I'll put them all over the shotgun, and I'll take my hand and I'll just rub it in onto the plastic, onto everything. And I'll just rub the whole shotgun down with quite a bit of ballast on the outside. Then I'll take a clean, dry rag, like so, and I'll just wipe it down. It'll get most of the oil off and still leave a nice little thin film a protectant on the outside of your shotgun. The inside should be protected because it's going to be encased in a safe and all that. And that's it, guys. I know a lot of people asked me for this video, and it took quite a while to get up. It's because I really didn't want to do it, to be honest with you. Like I said, these modern shotguns don't need a lot of lubrication. And that's it. It's as easy to me to completely tear it down and clean it like that than it is to just field strip it by taking the barrel off and trying to reach in here and clean everything. I know everything's cleaned, lightly oiled, and that's all you need. Once again, YouTube, thank you for everything. Good night, guys.